Good morning, fly babies. It is Saturday, and I promised you today a video on special projects, and I want to talk to you about that today. So first of all, let's talk about zones, because zones are very important when it comes to special projects. The reason a person would do a special project instead of zones, and that's what it replaces, it's the zone work. So it's level 3 of our 3-layer cake. So the reason they would do it is if the zones were hard to do because something was bugging you so much that you couldn't relax enough to do your zone work because this other is bugging you. It's a place that's really bugging you. So in June, I thought about when I worked in the corporate world and how we had projects. You know, when you had a project manager, there would be a start date and an end date. And I know that end dates bug some people because it's too much stress. But I think in this case, it might be helpful for you. You don't have to do a special project, but I'm going to tell you about it. So let's start with zones. First of all, let's not overthink this thing. I see over and over and over again people trying to reinvent the wheel. A zone is very simple. It is a specific area of your home that you're going to declutter every month for 1 week until it's clean of clutter, and then you can start deep cleaning it. That sounds so formidable, but it's not. It's super easy. So what you'll do is you'll start with, you have to get your basic routines down first. So you're just going to have to ignore your clutter for a little bit. Once your basic routine is down, then you go straight into your basic weekly plan, which are things people have to do: buy groceries, clean their house, pay your bills, clean your car, just, you know, pretty simple stuff. So we do it in a specific way so that when we clean the house, we're just blessing the house. We're not doing a big one. This is as loud as it goes, M. Monroe. I'm sorry. It's as loud as it goes. So if you can turn yours up, that's the only way I can control it. I can't make it louder. I apologize. Okay, so I'll try to talk louder. But this is as loud as it goes. The volume is turned all the way up. All right. The next thing is... All right, so your zones. So you're working on your zones only once your basic weekly plan and all those things are done, which is all the things in the basic weekly plan become normal for you. Now you can start working on your zones. You can go online, hi Jackie, and see what on flylady.net and see what the zones look like. But those are just an example. My suggestion is keep the zones that we have, work them every week of the month, and then the next month do it again. It's been tried and true, like I say about everything. But as far as what to do in those zones, you simply start at the top and work your way down to the bottom like this. I'm in my parents', it's just a room that was added on. It's like a sunroom. And in this room, if I was going to pay somebody and money was no object, what would I have them do in this room if I start at the top and work my way down? Well, in the top, I would say, you know, make sure you check for spider webs. And then as you go down, there's lots of windows, so I'd say clean the windows, dust the windowsills, clean the floors. There's no baseboards in here because it's a brick wall down to the tile, but clean the tile. Clean the rug. It's got a big throw rug. Make sure you check under the cushions. Hi at Cambridge, England. Dust the furniture, polish the furniture, clean the lamps, clean the fans. So you just kind of make a list of the things you would do. And you do that for every room in your house. And that is yours. That cannot be controlled by other people because we don't live in your house. We don't know what your house looks like. We don't know, you know, what your needs are and what your desires are. So glad, Stacy. So there are certain things that I would never do. For example, I would never take the registers where the air comes out down with a screwdriver and soak them, but some people would. I would just never do that. So it's not important to me. I would just dust them. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Jess. Okay, so what you want to do is just make a list of all the things, and that's your zone. And everybody has different rooms, but in general, here's what they are. Zone 1 is the entryway, the front porch. Now, you could put the back porch in there if you want to. Your house may just open right into the living room, so you don't have anything in the entryway except for maybe there's a box of shoes or something by the front door, or maybe there's a closet where the things go from, when guests come or whatever. So you get to edit that and decide what you want to do. But it's basically walking into your house and walking out of your house, the inside and the outside. So even on the inside of the door, if it's just a single door into your living room, then look at the door. Does it need to be wiped down? That's your zone 1. Zone 2, and also the dining area. What is the dining area? If you have an eat-in kitchen, that's not the dining area because that's part of the kitchen. It's a dining area, like at the end of your living room or whatever. Mine is my husband's music room. So we don't have a dining area anymore. I do feel better, Adine. I do feel better. I put on makeup and I flat ironed my hair, so I probably look better too. So, that's what I would clean during that. Instead of the dining room, I would clean that. But I consider it part of the living room. So that's how I do it. You get to do it how you want. The third zone is the bathroom and one other room. So that means the bathroom that guests would use. Thanks. The bathroom that guests would use and one other room. Well, that other room would be a room that doesn't get a lot of foot traffic. So, for example, the basement. If you have an office, the office, the laundry room, a guest room. And you just alternate these rooms each month. So that month you pick a room and you stick to it. And that's what you would do. Zone 4 is the master bedroom, master bathroom, master closet. You may not have a master bathroom, one less thing. The 5th zone is the living room. So in my case, the living room / my husband's music area. I don't have an office, but if you want to think about you could consider a desk in the hallway an office. I know you can do whatever you want, but once you decide what your zones are going to incorporate, then you simply do the list like I told you to do of what you would pay somebody to do if money was no object to clean that room. Now, put that in your control journal and put it away, because you don't have to do those things every time. In fact, you're only going to do, once the clutter is gone, and Flylady Kat Land, we're doing 4 things that week. You're going to pick 4 things to do in that room. So, for example, let's say the room that I'm in. I want to clean the lamps. I want to clean the floors under the furniture. I want to polish the furniture. And I want to clean under the cushions of the couches. That's all I would do. And I would do 1 a day, and I would spend no more than 15 minutes, probably less, on those things. So I don't want you to overwhelm yourself thinking, I've got to do everything on my list. No, that's not it at all. Because here's the cool thing. You're going to visit this room over and over and over again during the year. Every time the month rolls around and you hit a room that you've incorporated that room in, you're going to do one thing in that room every day for 4 days. So if you run out of things to do and you can't think of what to do, that's when you go look at your list and say, oh yeah, I forgot about that. We need to clean these fans or whatever. Oh, we got to get the windows. Why wasn't I thinking about that? They're obvious. Whatever. So that's what I want you to have that list for. You're welcome, Chris. All right, so sometimes, and then before you do that, though, before you get to the cleaning part, you're going to spend 15 minutes in that zone every 4 days, the 4 days of the week. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday is no work. It's a free day. You just do your routines that day. Or if you're a payroll fly baby, you're going to work those 4 things on Saturday in that room. So you're going to spend no more than an hour in the area. So let's say it's zone 3, the bathroom and one other room. So in my opinion, you pick 4 things between those 2 rooms. So if it's a guest bathroom and it's downstairs, you think, okay, well, I mop the floor every time I do a weekly home blessing, so that's clean. I swish and swipe that room, and I tell you to swish and swipe every toilet and every sink in your house in the bathrooms every day. Just because no one's using it doesn't mean it doesn't need to be swished, because you're not waiting for it to get dirty, and it's a few seconds of your time, but it'll always be clean. So in that room, you might want to say, okay, well, I'm going to clean out the storage closet in there, or I'm going to dust the shelves in there, or I'm going to wash some knickknacks I have in there, or I'm going to wash the window, whatever you have, or maybe you have a little rug in there you want to wash. But there's not a lot to do in there because that bathroom is pretty clean. If it's a guest room where people use the bathtub, then maybe you want to clean the bathtub. That's it. And then for 3 other days, I would do things in the other room I chose. So let's say I chose the guest room. So you go in the guest room and you think, okay, what do I need to do in here? I can't think of a thing. Get your list out and pick 3 things and do those 3 things over a 3-day period. So it's 4 days total, 1 day in the bathroom, 3 days in the guest room in this example. But I think you know where I'm coming from. All right, but before you can do that, let's say the guest room is blown up. And so you're in zone 3, so you get the bathroom, you get 1 thing because the bathroom's tidy, and you go in the guest room. Now for 3 days, you're just going to spend 15 minutes a day in there decluttering and then finishing that process. So for 15 minutes, you're going to work on something in that room. And when your time is up, you stop and you put away, throw away, and give away when your time is up. Next month, you can revisit this room if you want to. Okay? Here's the cool thing. You're going to come back every month. I mean, how often are you visiting the guest room right now and cleaning it? Obviously not in this example, or it wouldn't be blown up, right? Okay, so don't worry about overthinking this. It's super easy, and it shouldn't take long in your day. Well, it will not take long. It will take 15 minutes or less. That's it. Now, if you're a payroll Flybaby, 1 hour on Saturday, because you're going to take all 4 days and put them together and do that. But I only want you to work on it for 45 minutes and take a little break, then come back and do the last 15 minutes. All right, now I'm going to talk to you about zones versus project. So I have close to 40 personal Flybabies. You know, it comes up and it goes down, depends on when they're graduating. And they have, between them, I've got, and I started this in June with the special projects, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think I've got 13 people on special projects. I have 2 people who the office is their special project, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, 1 children's room, 1 craft room, 1 storage room, 3 basements, 1 laundry room, 1 baby nursery, and 1 special project of just boxes from one of my Flybaby's mothers passed away and they sold her house and she's got all the boxes, so that's her special project of stuff. So when you have a special project, I want you to take a blank piece of paper and at the top I want you to write the name of the project. And this is only if something's bugging you and it's preventing you from feeling comfortable when you're working in the zones because you feel like you should be doing this instead, okay? So, but the name of the project and then the purpose of the project, the start date and the finish date, that all goes at the top. You can't put a start or finish date yet because you don't know what it is yet. You're going to divide that project into sub-projects. And the work required to finish that sub-project is divided into, added up in 15-minute increments. Then you're going to open your calendar after you've added up all the time, and you're going to look at the calendar and see what days are going to be impossible for you to work on that room, like you're on vacation or whatever. And that way you can have a start date and a finish date. And I'm going to show you an example that I made up. So I'm going to turn my phone around and let you look at this. Okay, so in this case, it's baby nursery. And right here, I wrote, take a picture before, okay? There's the title, baby nursery. Start and finish, don't put dates yet. The purpose is having a clean, organized baby room ready for baby. The sub-projects, in this case, we've divided it into the left wall, the center wall, the right wall, the closet, and the hallway. So on the left wall, it's going to take 45 minutes. This is the good guess based on how much work you normally get done in 15 minutes, because you know that's our limit. So 45 minutes to sort the baby clothes, put them away, into put away and give away groups. Okay, that's all you're doing. It's going to take 45 minutes because in this example, there's loads of baby clothes. This is actually from a real project that we have. I thought it said clean floor, it said clear floor, so that's a funky R, but that's okay. Clear the floor. So that's going to take 45 minutes. The second sub-project is the center wall, 15 minutes. Pick up and put away all the items. The third sub-project is the right wall, 45 minutes. Sort baby clothes into put away and give away and clear the floor. The fourth sub-project is the closet, 45 minutes. Put painting supplies in the basement, tidy the closet, hang up all the newborn outfits. So that's 45 minutes. The hallway and center of the room is going to take 30 minutes. Put plastic bins in storage. So the total time when you add up all these times, 45 minutes, 15 minutes, 45 minutes, 45 minutes, and 30 minutes is 3 hours, or 12 days at 15 minutes a day. And a special note on this, you can work more than 15 minutes. I will allow you to work an hour if you want to. But you have to be committed that that's truly what you're going to do on the days you say you're going to do it. And my suggestion, because you're not doing zones, is to do it 4 days a week. So in this case, it's going to take 3 hours, 12 days at 15 minutes a day. So this person can say they're going to start today. They know it's going to take 12 days, so that's 3 weeks, plus they have a week's vacation when they looked at their calendar, so it's really 4 weeks. So from August 14th, the end date will be September 8th. On September 8th, this room will be done. And then the person can move on to zones, because this was something that was bugging them. She's pregnant. She doesn't want to have her baby nursery put off to the very last minute. She wants to get it organized. I'm going to turn you back around. Oops. Come on. Well, I am truly trying to turn you around. There we go. My hand's in the way. Sorry. So I think you can see what that looks like. So you could do that with your basement. I've had several people who've already done their complete basements, which were a huge undertaking, and they look fantastic, and it just changes their attitude about doing everything else. I've got a person doing a special, she calls it her staging room. It's a special room where she's just been cramming stuff because she's in the process of redoing her home and refurbishing the inside and doing different things, moving her kitchen and things. So she really needed to go through that stuff. It was really preventing her from working in any of her other zones. So that's what I want you to do. If you have something that's holding you back, look, don't do this if it's not holding you back. If it's a shed in the outside of in the backyard and it's not holding you back and you feel perfectly comfortable working in your house, get your house done first and then work on that special project. But this is a suggestion for people who feel stymied and can't get their work done because this is bugging them. Now, you have to start somewhere. So if you're sidetracked, like most of us, we tend to chase our tail and we go down all these little rabbit holes because we say, oh, I can't do this until I do that, and I can't do this until I do that, and I can't do this until I do that. You know, you have to start somewhere. Start. Do it, and don't let yourself... Oh, good. I'm glad, Shannon. Don't let yourself go down those crazy rabbit holes. You have to start somewhere. You guys know that I'm a sidetracked home executive, just like you, that I get nervous inside and overwhelmed and want to stop, and anxiety steps in, and you know, the ADD, the ping pong ball brain. So remember to take advantage of the things I've taught you, and that is to write things down. When you're having ping pong brain, when everything's bouncing around and you have too many things on your mind, write them down and you'll be surprised how little it is, okay? So this is what I was promising you yesterday. Make sure to take a before picture if you want to do this, and let me know if you have a project. And I don't care, you can put it in the comments. I'll look at it. I'll be happy to look at it. All right, have a fantastic day. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And gosh, I just love you guys. Have a great day, and remember, you are beautiful.